So heartbreak is coming for you, buddy. And here's what you can do about it. The first thing is you don't sit and wait for it to come. Don't expect it to come. Don't anticipate it coming to you. Otherwise, you're just going to be depressed before nothing even happened. You have to know that this is going to be a life test for you, as this is what will determine how the rest of your life looks like. You could either end up so much better as a person, achieving success in all aspects of your life, or this could go completely 180. You could ruin your life completely, because this is a big test for you. God has sent this heartbreak for you as a message, and He wants to see what you will do with it. The best way to prepare for this is to not prepare for this, because this can come anytime, in any form, in any shape. Heartbreak is a fantastic motivator, said by Andrew Tate himself, famously, of course. And he's actually correct. Look at it this way. Let's say you are in a relationship and you are fully in love with this girl. Because of your love for her, sometimes you disregard your own self-respect to make her happy. And because she's seeing that you don't have respect for yourself, then she starts getting away from you. She starts withdrawing herself from you. And at the end of the time, by the end, she starts disrespecting you a lot. She belittles you a lot. And she cheats on you and she leaves you. Now that you're alone, she has left you, but you still cannot get over her. So you can choose to spend all that lonely time of yours drinking away, getting super depressed. You can choose to go the path of nightlife. You can choose to have loser friends, degenerate friends. And if you choose to go down this path, this would literally ruin your life, because you were not able to handle the pain properly because of what a girl did to you. Let's say not relationship. Let's use another example. Let's say you were fired from a job that you really liked. You enjoyed it, but you didn't really put that much work into it. And your managers, the hub manager, the boss, she could see that although you like what you're doing, you're just not doing enough. And let's say you're really not doing enough. Or let's say you were doing enough, but they just didn't like your personality. They don't like you. Maybe they thought you could be challenging their authority, let's say, and they got rid of you. And now you're jobless. Now you don't have work that you used to love a lot. Heartbreak will give you immense pain. It's going to give you intense pain. And here, you can choose to identify, after you have this pain, you can choose to identify the problems that you have in your life. Because clearly those things are what have given you this pain. And you can choose to work on them. Find a solution. First, identify them, what they are. How did they happen? Identify those. Then identify what you should do to fix those things. And then start working on fixing that. This is how you will improve as a man. Otherwise, you can go the other way with what I said. Choose to spend lonely time, get into bad habits. Doing nothing, no productive activity, doing nothing with your time. Lonely, alone, people start disliking you because you are getting toxic since you are depressed. You're a victim. So this is completely on you. You may have seen those clips of guys after they got their hearts broken by a girl, let's say. Maybe those based in the USA may know what I'm talking about. But there are these clips that I've personally seen of guys that make reels about themselves. They say that they got their hearts broken and that they're depressed. And afterwards, they show their transformation. and then a couple of months down the line, they have amazing bodies, 6-pack, muscles popping out, better styling, better looks. So they use all of that pain into the gym because that's what they knew that they had to do. Maybe those guys got their hearts broken because this girl thought that this guy was too fat and was getting too unhealthy. Maybe this is what the girl thought. I don't know. But she realized that this is not the man that she once fell in love with, because she knew him as he used to be a healthy person. However, in the relationship, he let himself go because now it's easy for him, let's say. And because of that, his heart got broken because she left her. She left him. And now he used all of this energy into the gym, got a better body. Congrats to him. Since they got a better body, they of course have that positive mindset. They know the discipline, they know the hard work it took them to get there, and they can then start applying this very discipline, this very mindset into other areas of their life. They could maybe get a better job, they could work harder, they could start a business that gets successful, they get into a better relationship, better woman, better friends, they attract high quality people. Upward spiral instead of a downwards spiral. Downward spiral meaning this girl breaks his heart. Lonely time, drugs, depression, bad habits. He starts behaving weirdly to people. He does not know how to have a conversation. He's too insecure. He's too in his head. He's not present with people. People can see that, and they don't like how he's behaving. They say something to him, but he's not paying attention. He's just talking about himself, and he constantly talks about how he's a depressed person and so on and so on. And slowly, because of that, his friends get tired of him, and then they stop talking to him, and he gets more alone, and then he gives in to more alcohol and more and more and more. Eventually, he becomes suicidal, or even kills himself. He becomes suicidal because nobody likes him. Nobody wants to be near him. Nobody wants that. Even his own family start disliking him because they can't stand how this person has become. So this person may become suicidal, may even kill himself because of heartbreak, because that's a big pain. It's crazy pain. It's intense pain. We've all felt it at some point in our lives. However, it's up to us. It's up to you how you decide to channel it for your future. And this is a very sad way to go, my friends. This is very sad for a person to waste his potential like that. It's very sad. Because this person, like I said, got alone, got depressed. Nobody likes him. And let's say he's running short of money because of drugs. And then he starts doing crimes. He could start doing he could be a petty thief. He could rob somebody. And then he goes to jail for that. His life is ruined. And that is a very sad way to go. Which is what I simply don't want for anyone. Anyone. Now I'm gonna tell you what I went through. I got my heart broken when I was, this was 10 years ago or so. 11 years ago this was how I got my heart broken. This girl I liked, she was like, we were normal with each other. I mean, I liked her and everything, and I thought she was liking me back as well, but I didn't do anything about it. And afterwards, in my last year of middle school, she got a boyfriend. And that absolutely shattered my heart. And you know what I went through afterwards? Because of this pain that I had, I didn't really hang out with my friends. I just chose to stay alone. I didn't know what to do with my life at that point. I was in so much pain that I became numb to it. I never cried about it. I never expressed my disappointment because I didn't tell anybody that I liked this girl, for example. And even my parents didn't know, and I didn't want to tell them about it because I thought they would look down on me if I spoke to them that I want to have this woman in my life, whatever. That's what I thought at that time. I didn't mention it to anybody. People did know that I liked her, but I didn't admit it. Anyways, because of this pain, I got so much worse in all of my classes. I started failing mathematics. Mathematics is not that bad. It's pretty simple, if I'm correct. I was failing mathematics. All of my other subjects, I was passing them, just worse grades. And my relationship with my teachers was also not improving. It was just at a stalemate. And some of them even noticed that I was changing as a person. And at home with my family, I would not engage with them at all, or very, very little bit. I would not engage with them. I'd come home. I would just go straight to my room, and I would just watch something on YouTube, and I'd go to sleep and repeat that every day. And of course, they would notice that sometimes, but I didn't make them feel like anything was wrong. Because sometimes they would ask me, is everything okay? Is everything okay? I just said, no, everything is fine, because I don't want them to find out what I have been through. I don't want them to find out. I thought I'd be embarrassed if I shared such information to them. So I didn't share anything. And because of this, at first it was fine with my family. Like, I wasn't speaking much. I would still talk to them, but not as much. Be normal, but not as much. And eventually, sometimes we would have arguments. I did something wrong. Mostly it was me doing something wrong, and rightfully so. Like, they were right. I was doing something wrong. And I was just defending myself back then because I didn't really know anything. I thought I was right, but I wasn't. And of course, they didn't like whatever I did. And so there was a period that I just stopped talking to them for 1 week or 2 weeks or something. My father said to me that, don't talk to us again. Of course, they don't mean this. Whenever your parents say something like that, if they love you, if they care for you, they don't mean that. They just say that in the moment, that don't talk to us again, or don't talk to me again. Don't talk to us again. Something similar, he said. I don't remember exactly word to word, but he said something like that. And I took it word to word. And I was like, and it was so bad that I didn't care anymore. I didn't care about anything. Even my relationship with my parents, I didn't care. When he said that to me, I didn't feel anything. I just thought to myself, okay, if he doesn't want me to disturb him, I'm not gonna waste his precious time. That's what I thought. And because of that, since that, because something big happened in my family, which is why he said that. And after that day, every time I'd come home after school, I would go to my room, I'd watch videos, and I would just go to sleep for take a nap, 1-2 hours. This happened for, let's say, around 1 to 2 weeks. I don't remember exactly for how long this was, but let's say 1 to 2 weeks it was for. And it got to a point where I wouldn't say anything. I'd just maybe say hello. They would say hello. Nothing. Go to my room, go sleep, wake up, and eat food. Again, waste time, go to sleep, repeat the next day. And it got to a point that one day, I came home, did the same thing, watched, slept. After I woke up, my parents, they both came to me, and they said to me that, why aren't you talking to us? You're just coming home and you're going into your room, and you're just sleeping and you're not coming near us. What is going on with you? They said that. Both of them. And I said to them that, okay, you said to me that don't talk to you, so I'm not doing that. I don't want to waste my time talking to you, and you don't want that either, so that's why. I said that to them. That's how bad it got because of this heartbreak. And this I feel ashamed because I've done this type of stuff, and I've apologized to them for this. And after that, just carry on my day. And eventually I thought, okay, this is a bit too much. I shouldn't be doing this. And so one day I came back I came back home after school, and then I just went to them and I just said, I am sorry. And I was becoming normal, but not too normal, like I'm completely fine, there's no problem in my life. Not like that, like how I was when I was normal, but not but still like kind of reserved, let's say. And as I mentioned that I was failing mathematics, it got to a point where I was about to fail the class. And then my teacher gave me an option to pass the class. If I would fail the year, I'd have to redo the whole year again. So because of one subject, because I was graduating to high school. So my teacher gave me a choice. I could have a test one math test, last final test. If I pass this test, I can pass the subject, so I can pass the year. If I fail this test, I don't pass mathematics and I have to redo the year. And of course, that's a big challenge because this test was about everything that we had studied in that school year. Everything. And I was failing. I didn't pay attention. I didn't care at all. And here I am. I have to study for the entire year's worth of materials to prepare for this test. This test day comes. I was studying for it, but not too much. Like, I didn't practice. I was just studying mathematics like theoreticals. I didn't practice because you have to practice mathematics to be better. Well, I didn't do that. I was just reading and thinking, okay, this is the formula, I think I know. And then the test day came, I just didn't do anything. And of course, I failed it. And there was a girl who also was in the same situation. And when the teacher said to me that I failed and she failed as well, I just went speechless. And I didn't do anything. And then this girl started begging the teacher to give us one more chance. Like everyone does. Give us one more chance. So she did that. The teacher agreed to give us one more test. And this time, I was serious about passing because I went home and I told my parents that I failed the test. And then I told them that this girl begged the teacher to give us another chance. And then my mom asked me, so you didn't say anything to her? I said, yeah, I didn't say anything to her. Because deep down, I didn't care. In that moment, when I was told that I failed. And my mom said, wow, bravo, very nice. Sarcastically, of course. And my mom got a tutor for me. So I went to this tutor and he helped me prepare for the entire year's worth of materials for mathematics. And I thought to myself, okay, no, I have to be serious. I don't want to fail the year. That's embarrassing for me. So then I started actively being cooperative with the tutor, learning the materials, and then I passed the second test. I passed the year, I go on to high school. And ever since I found out I passed that test, I've got much better grades in all of my classes since that day, till the graduation of my high school, till my graduation. I have not failed anything. I have done significantly better. And then at some point I realized that this girl was not really somebody that you should like anyway, because she was pretty mean. And then I saw that there was nothing special about her that I fell for no reason. But that was just another thing. So I'm like, why did I waste my time on this girl? But I was happy because it gave me a lesson that I needed to have. Because if I didn't go through all that pain, I wouldn't have started getting much better grades, because before all of this happened, I was okay in many subjects, just above average, or just slightly below, or just slightly above average, depending on the subject, but nothing great. But after this, I was much better in everything. So that's a learning experience for me, which I needed, which many of you need as well. Heartbreak is not a curse. It's a blessing. Of course, it depends which type of heartbreak is it. If God forbid some of the people you love, something bad happens to them, of course. If God forbid. Nobody wants that type of pain. Nobody wants that, and rightfully so. I'm talking about these types of pains. Somebody had breaking your heart, you failing something, anything. You need this pain. And you become resilient with this pain. Trust me, you become resilient. And that's what I want for you. You want that, I guess. Because here, if I chose to go down the other path, and mind you, now this was the worst, one of the, if not the worst period of my whole life. Because if I chose to go down the other path, instead of the upwards trajectory, I went downwards. I failed the class. I get super embarrassed. I have to redo the year. My classmates at that time would be in the year ahead, and I would be with the people that were behind me. I'm on their level. And that's embarrassing. Oh, this kid failed the class. Oh no. He doesn't study much. He doesn't know what to do. Look at him. What the fuck is he doing? What is he doing? Sorry for swearing. What is he doing? Nobody wants that type of feeling. Nobody wants that type of feeling. It's always a sting. That one thing you've done, you regret every day. It would be a sting in my conscience. I could have done better. I just didn't do it. I failed the class, I failed the year, and I'm a year behind. And of course, this is embarrassing for my parents. It tells me, it tells other people, like, this guy's parents can't even control him. They can't do anything for him. They're not doing good for him. He's like this because of them. Blame goes on them, and I don't want that for them. Nobody wants that. So that could have happened, but thank God it didn't go that way. Otherwise, I wouldn't be even in this country that I am at. I'd be somewhere else completely different. I wouldn't be standing here making this video if the other thing happened. I wouldn't be doing that. Just know that heartbreak is going to come in one way or another. And there's nothing you can do to stop it. There's nothing. Nobody lives a happy life all the time. Nobody does that. Nobody can do that. It's gonna come one way or another. It is. When it does come, you have to be accepting of that. People look at it as a curse. People look at it as a blessing. Look at it as a blessing. It's an opportunity for you. So absorb and feel that pain. Don't say, why did it have to happen to me? Don't say that, because that shows that you're not in control of the situation from that point. Looking at yourself like a victim. You don't focus on the positives. You just say, everything bad has to happen to me. It happened to me. You don't look at the positives on that. You only look at the negatives. And that's not going to be helping you at all. You want good for your life, but that's not going to be helping you. So take control of the situation. Don't say that, why did it have to happen to me? It happens to everyone. You're not the only exception that it shouldn't happen to. You're not an exception. It happens to everybody. Heartbreak it happens. You just have to get up and deal with it. Use this pain that you have now for your better. Because heartbreak gives you pain. And you have all of that energy. Energy can't be destroyed. It can only be used or converted it for something. So you can use that for your better, which is what I have said to you with the examples before: body, working out, business, passion, hobbies, fulfillment, upward spiral, like I mentioned. You can choose to channel all of this energy into your upward spiral, or you can choose to channel it all the way for your downward spiral, which is not good for you. You know what you have to do. There's just one answer to that: upward spiral. We all want upward spiral, but it's hard. It's not easy. Downward spiral is very easy to do. Upward spiral is not easy. And you know what you have to do. So you have to use all of this energy for that. Just like how we have sexual energy as men. You know, when you feel very sexual and you just want to release that in one way or another. A smart man would use all that pent up energy, and he would put it towards his work. Maybe his office work, he's putting his focus into it. He loves that. It's meaningful work for this person. And he uses all that energy for this work to produce better results. And then he goes to the gym to better his body. He uses all that energy into that, crushing his workout, exercising, sport. This could be sports, playing football, playing basketball, playing tennis, for all I know. But doing something with this energy into something fruitful and something productive. Just like how we do that, you should do that as well. Because this is the only way. This is the only way you can win in the situation. You have to win in the situation. Lose is not you cannot lose. It's not acceptable. It's simply not acceptable for you. You want to deserve good things for yourself, and that's not acceptable to just simply lose in the situation. You can't do that. Don't get consumed in all of this sadness. It's not gonna be of benefit to you. Like I said, don't start thinking to yourself, why did it happen? Why did it happen to me? And you're gonna get sadder and sadder. So don't get consumed by it. That's very important for you. Don't get consumed by it. You don't want sadness. You don't want to lose the situation. Yes or no? And I assume the answer is no, right? No. Good. And also just know this. Time is going to heal this. You might think to yourself, let's say you are focused on this upwards trajectory and it just stings you inside. Just know that with time, it's gonna heal you. Don't think that this pain will just stick with you. Don't think that. It's going to heal you. It will just take some time, and you have to be patient for that, but it is going to heal you. Time heals everything, and believe that. Believe in yourself. Believe that this will happen. That it's going to fix everything. Only, like I said, you go to the upwards trajectory. Otherwise, you're going to destroy many things. So do what you have to do, even when you don't want to do it. And I'm gonna see you in my next video.